Hi guys, Andy here again, messing about with the heaters in the garage. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you'd see that we've been trying to make use of some of the exhaust gases by passing them through a radiator before they go out the garage wall and into the garden and gone forever. So a couple of days ago we did this experiment. We had the exhaust gases going into the radiator through the bottom and coming out through the other side and then going out the garage wall. Well, a few people have got in touch with me and said probably be a much better idea if you put it into the top of the radiator, and that way it's got a chance to pass through all the fins and we'd get some more benefit of the heat before it comes out the other side. So that's all I'm going to do today to see what happens, to see if we get any more heat out of it. And we've got the gun, so we'll start off. We'll just check the temperature of the radiator. And we're looking at 13s, 12s, and we'll get the heater going. So there's the heater itself. It's running off the 12 volt power supply, and the exhaust going through the garage wall there and coming out the other side. It's quite a long extension pipe. It's I didn't want to cut it down really, just for the sake of the experiment, but it won't hurt. Okay, so we'll get this started. There you go. This will take a few minutes to warm up. Also, we've done to attach the extension pipe to the radiator is I've took the valve off the radiator and we've just attached it. I've butted up the extension piece right up to the neck of the radiator. Just overlap this. It's actually the intake pipe. I've just overlapped it, so it's not really being used. It's sort of overlaps, and we're sandwiching it together with the Jubilee clips. That wouldn't be strong enough on its own. It's just like a weak, flexy, thin intake pipe we're using there. And just in case you haven't saw these heaters before, often known as a Chinese diesel heater, night heater, originally designed for a lorry driver's cab to keep him warm overnight without having to have the engine running when he sleeps to keep the cab warm, but now used in many workshop, garage, for camping, camper vans and household use. There you go guys, that's just starting to warm up now. You hear the pump start ticking and the burner start roaring slightly. There you go, that's just warming up now. And it's amazing the amount of heat that comes out of these exhaust pipes. I mean, already I'd say you wouldn't be able to touch that. All I know is that they really give off some heat, and that's why we're trying to make use of some of this heat. And already that's going up fast. I started off, was it 12, 13? And we just want to see how the gases pass through the radiator, whether it's more beneficial to have them pass through the radiator like diagonally, and hopefully they go through all of the fins. And we ideally we want to use all of the heat from the exhaust gases before it gets to this part of the pipe. You don't want to see no heat loss by the time it gets there really. We want to use it all up by going through the whole of the radiator. Now when we had it going into the bottom of the radiator and coming out the other side, I think a lot of the gases was just passing straight through, and the middle was staying pretty cool, and a little bit more heat at the top. There you go guys, I've only got this on setting 3. It goes up to setting 6, which at full power should be 8 kilowatts. I'm running it on, I started running it on diesel. I'm running it on kerosene at the moment, which I'm getting a lot cheaper than I did the diesel. Just paying like 170, 180 for the diesel. The kerosene's just £1.15. I've put the name of my supplier, which is in the UK in Birmingham. I think they deliver locally as well, if that's any use to you. The little radiator was just a small cheapie, which I bought just to try on the experiment. I didn't want to get a massive one. It was about £20. I think ideally what I'd like to try for this experiment is one of those big, the big old freestanding cast, like old-fashioned school radiators, or one you've seen at like a church. I think that would be interesting to see how we get on with this kind of passing the exhaust gases experiment kind of thing. And this is getting straight up to quite a good temperature. It's mainly in this corner, but obviously where the gases are first entering the radiator. And we've got, you can't touch that in that corner of the radiator, going off into that corner. And I don't know what these radiators are designed to go up to. It's remember we're starting off at, was it 12s and 13s? So by the time we get to this corner, it goes off to like 16s, but we're still, it's heating the whole radiator. It has gone up. But as we come out the other side of the radiator after passing the gases through it, we've took a lot of heat out of that exhaust gases. Like here, you cannot touch that, and you can see the yellowing, the tarnish that it's done to the radiator. Exactly how it did in this corner when the gases were coming in through here. So we have really put some heat into that, and you can't touch that. It's almost too, well, it is too hot. I wouldn't want, it's dangerous. I wouldn't want to heat a radiator that hot in the house. But as it gets to, that's just a hot, a normal, nice hot radiator. Probably a little bit too hot to touch. Let's get the gun out. I mean, if we could keep at that heat all the way through it, it'd be a lot more usable in the home. See how hot that is? That is hot. I mean, this is great for in the garage or workshop on a brick or breeze block wall, but I don't know if I'd want it inside with this setup, how it is inside the house, you know, with in a plastered wall or wooden skirting and wallpaper. I don't think you could, I think it'd ruin your wallpaper. Yeah, we're back outside now, and obviously you can touch the exhaust pipe inside, so you can easily touch it outside, and there's a little bit of condensation coming out the exhaust pipe, just as I expected really. And this is just a little temporary experiment, guys, just to prove a point that we can make use of the exhaust gases, and obviously you do something a bit better than this little setup here. Maybe, I think the 22mm copper pipes fits lovely onto this the exhaust pipe. I think that would be a much better way of attaching it to the radiator. But we're proving a point, aren't we, that it can be done. So please give us some comments, guys. Look at the temperature there. I said that's too hot. Give us some modifications, how we could maybe do this better or improve on it. but the basics are there. I mean, if I just left this setup in the garage as it is, it wouldn't hurt, it wouldn't be a problem, perfectly usable. As I said, make that a little bit better and that. But I mean, that's somewhere where I could maybe, you know, drive some washing, or you know, it's another, what did I say, at least 1 kilowatt of heat coming out there. Yeah, I've got a 2 kilowatt convection heater in the house, and you know, I think this is kicking almost as much heat out. It's certainly kicking out 1 kilowatt of heat. So there's a kilowatt of heat that we wouldn't have had. It would have been going straight outside, out the hole in the wall, into the garden, gone forever. So this is free heat, guys. I'm going to turn it up to full power now, which is number 6. Supposed to be 8 kilowatts. So we'll see how it goes, see what temperature we can get up to, and see if it passes all the way through evenly through the radiator. There you go, that's turned up to 6 now. They are quite noisy, not just the kind of turbine noise, but the ticking noise in the back. It's not a massive problem in the garage or shed, particularly if you've got the radio on, but in the house or motorhome, camper van, you don't want that. So that's why these are more so mounted outside, and you're just getting like a fan noise really. Let's see how we're getting on. Look at that. Some heat there. Get down to the centre. A bit of a cooler spot there. There you go, just showing you the temperatures. Give us some comments, I love the comments coming in. Learn from you guys. And all the comments, everyone sees them, so you're passing your knowledge on to everybody here. So keep them coming, I love your comments. Look at that. Some heat there. Instead you can see it's tarnished the radiator, so that wouldn't be ideal. I mean, normally in the garage you're getting absolutely no smell from this heater at all, no kerosene smell, nothing off the burn at all. It all comes out the exhaust pipe. I am getting a little bit of the smell, maybe off the radiator and this pipe, because they're not really for this purpose, so there's a little bit of a smell. That's why I've got the back garage door open, and we can still touch that easily. So yeah, we're still doing well, scavenging all the heat from this machine before it leaves us. Okay, so yeah, you can still touch that, of course, just warm. And there's a little bit more condensation coming as we turn the heat up, and I just realised I turned the exhaust up the right way to let the condensation out. There's a little drip hole in the bottom, but I don't think it'd be a massive problem. I think it'll all get burnt off eventually in condensation anyway, as long as you didn't have it running back into the machine. But yeah, there's quite a bit coming out of that. The heater's nicely up to temperature now. 20 degrees, isn't it? Look at that, look at the tarnish on that. Ooh, 81. Oh, I was at 88 then. I mean, I don't know how high this would go, but it's got to stop somewhere. But look at that. Upon touching it, you can't touch this down this corner. You can't touch this anywhere near that, and that's hot. This is just like a nice, like a normal heat, how you'd want a radiator, but look at that, look at the tarnish there. That is hot. That is hot. Remember guys, all this heat would have been wasted, and I mean this is only like a 1 inch diameter pipe, so I don't think that going through the radiator is restricting it too much to upset the running of the machine. I mean I've done a couple of experiments, and restricting the exhaust gases going out can like upset the machine, and maybe you'd want to alter the fan speed or mixture, whatever. I've never altered any of the settings with inside the control panel, to be honest. I didn't want to mess it up really. It probably can't go wrong, but I just wanted to leave it as it was, factory settings. So I'll get one more big reading and we'll turn it off. Oh, we got a 90. We had a 90 right where the exhaust gases are going in. I think we're gonna turn it down now, guys. We'll turn it off. We've proved the point. So we'll just let the machine wind down there. You can see the state of that radiator. But yeah, we've just proved the point. It can be done. Would you want it in the house? I doubt it. Maybe a certain a different variation setup of this could be used. Please let me know, give me your comments. I love your comments coming in. We learn from you guys, we all learn from each other, so thank you very much for that. If you haven't saw my other videos, please take a look at my others. I've got another one of these heaters heating my home up. It's on now as we speak, pumping hot air through a hole in the wall and heating my whole house up, and I've got the central heating turned off. You've got to see that, guys. It's just cooling down now. So yeah, thank you very much for watching again. Please give me a like and subscribe. Bye guys. Just one more thing before I go. I've put links to all these bits and bobs: the heater, radiator, extension pipes, 12-volt supplies, a load of bits and bobs, just in case you want to have a play about yourself, in the description, so you can get hold of those yourself. But yeah, thanks very much. Bye guys.